Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. And Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this lesson is going to be based on this article in regards to two powerful cross-country storms that are underway. Millions under severe weather and flood threat, like the headline of this article reads. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says the first of two back-to-back cross-country storms is moving out of the Four Corners region and pushing east Thursday. Combined, these systems are set to deliver heavy rain to millions across most of the country east of the Mississippi River, as well as a severe weather threat to parts of the central U.S. and deep south, while the potential for flash flooding develops across the Tennessee Valley on Friday. Salakia. Meanwhile, a potential weekend washout looms for most of the mid-Atlantic and northeast as rain reaches the region Friday. Downpours spread across parts of Oklahoma, Missouri, and Kansas Thursday morning. This first system will then sprint through the Midwest through the day, and a widespread area of rain will cover Chicagoland and Illinois, Wisconsin, and Indiana, and reach into parts of the Ohio Valley into the evening. As this storm lifts into the Midwest on Thursday afternoon, a round of thunderstorms will be possible across the Mississippi River Valley from St. Louis to Oklahoma City and as far south as Monroe, Louisiana. Damaging wind gusts are the main threat, but brief tornadoes could form if storms are able to cluster together in a fast-moving line. A cold front associated with the first storm will move into the deep south on Friday, sparking the potential for the most significant severe weather threat this week. NOAA's Storm Prediction Center has issued a level 2 out of 5 risk of severe thunderstorms for an area covering more than 8 million people across the lower Mississippi and Tennessee valleys, including parts of West Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana. This covers Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi, and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. These storms could be capable of generating damaging wind gusts, hail, and possibly tornadoes. On Friday, the second cross-country will develop once again in the Four Corners and move out of the southern Rockies, bringing another round of rain to many of the same places as the first storm in the Midwest and in the Mississippi and Tennessee valleys. The NOAA's Weather Prediction Center has issued a level 2 out of 4 threat of flash flooding for middle Tennessee, Mississippi, and northern Alabama through Saturday, where more than 2 to 3 inches of rain is expected, with localized pockets of up to 5 inches possible. Rain from the first storm will arrive in the Northeast and New England, including Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, and Boston, Friday morning. Rain is expected to linger across the Southeast Saturday morning as the second storm shifts into the Great Lakes region by the afternoon. Showers and thunderstorms are expected across much of the Northeast and New England coast through Saturday. Conditions are expected to improve by late Sunday, with most areas dying out by Monday. Yep, so just more storms from the Lord being poured out upon these cities. Isaiah 29:6, Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire, and the rain, the tornadoes, the hail, These are the storms and tempests of the Lord. Isaiah 28:2, Behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which has a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing shall cast down to the earth with the hand. And in the article, it did say that, if enough rain is produced, it could result in flooding, and, there could be some hail as well. You see, the scriptures speak on all of these things. That's why when people say that the scriptures are a fairy tale book, that's how you know those people are completely out of their mind. Because the scriptures speak on the very things that are taking place right before our eyes. Psalms 11:6, Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and an horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. And when you look up the definition of tempest, it means a violent windy storm, such as hurricanes or tornadoes. And out there in the Midwest, they're known for getting hit with tornadoes. And even in the article, it said that there could be some tornadoes out there if certain storm factors line up. See, this is why the scriptures are the most accurate book on the planet. Because if you want to know what's going to be happening in these last days, read the scriptures. The scriptures let you know. The storms and tempests, the fires, the earthquakes, the famines, the pestilences, the different wars like civil wars and race wars and world war, gross darkness, division. The scriptures tell you about all of it. Psalms 83:14, As the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. Verse 15, So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. And that's exactly what the Heavenly Father is doing. Sending these storms and tempests, whether it's rainstorms, lightning storms, hailstorms, snowstorms. He's sending out tropical storms, hurricanes, tornadoes. The Lord ain't messing around in these last days. And that's going to become a lot more clear as these storms and tempests get a lot more active. Baruch 4:32, Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. And with the constant judgment that the Lord is pouring out upon these different cities, it's safe to say that they're miserable. More businesses are shutting down. More storms and tempests are hitting these cities. More crime is hitting these cities. People are constantly moving around, moving from one city to the next because, they're like, the cost of living is better somewhere else. But then eventually that place gets hit as well. What these people don't understand is no matter where you travel in America, no matter where you travel in the world, the judgments of the Lord will follow. You can't escape it. Things might be temporarily better for you when you move somewhere else, but it's only temporary. Every place you go to has its own set of problems. And some people may be able to handle those problems easier than other problems, but nonetheless, you're still going to experience it. And especially here in America, the prime target of the Lord's wrath, people are really going to start to feel it. There's not going to be any city, any town, any neighborhood that you can go to where heavy, constant judgment won't be taking place. It's already started. We can already see it happening. It's just going to become a lot more visible, a lot harder to deny, and a lot harder to, I guess, quote unquote, escape, albeit temporarily. But see, those of us of the hopeful elect, we love it because it's just proof that the Lord is about to destroy this place. And that's what those of us of the hopeful elect want. We want this place gone. We want all these wicked people gone. We want the kingdom of heaven to be established. We want Yahweh Shai to rule. So the only way that's going to happen is the Lord has to bring destruction to this place. And some of that destruction is going to take the form of these storms and tempests, and the fires and the earthquakes. So we are in some very beautiful times, albeit some very perilous times. But that's why all the sincere brothers and sisters, you got to stay prayed up. Because the Heavenly Father, through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, is the only one that can protect us in these times and ultimately deliver us before the ultimate destruction of this place. Esau can't save you. Esau can't save himself. The so-called white man that so many people, including the wicked of our people, look up to. They think that Esau can just do anything. But Esau is just a man. He's not all-powerful. He's not God. And the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, is going to show Esau just how feeble and inferior he really is. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, the Wadi Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere believers. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan Ratazah, which means Lord's will. Till next time, Shalom.